Happy New Year, and welcome to the January 6, 2009 Board of Selectmen meeting. I do not have a clerk tonight, so any volunteers?
Brenda volunteers.
Any?
Well, you can make the motion for me.
I move Brenda Ekstrom act as clerk this evening.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? 310. Selectman Ekstrom is now the clerk. As far as roll call, the only one absent is Selectman Savageau. We have the town administrator with us. First item on the agenda tonight, citizens' participation. Is there anyone that came to speak for the board? Okay. I saw you as well, sir, after. Okay. If you could introduce yourselves, please.
Betty Leepoor, 12 Linwood Ave.
Alan Leepoor, 12 Linwood Ave.
I wrote a letter to use about the smell on the sewage
Yes.
plant. Did you get it?
I believe so.
Okay. There was several calls made, and what which was all in this range. What I would like to get is just these people to have one phone call, like one certain place. According to David Simmons and Robert Ether, there was only a few people smelled it. Well, if you're calling the Board of Health, and some people are calling,
The treatment plant itself.
yeah, and in the Selectman's office, it only looks like a few to use. But it was much more, and I only did that in 2 days. I could have got that list a lot longer. So if we could narrow that down and solve that one issue, that people can go there and just have one, so they can have it logged in, is what I want from that.
Well, I guess for the board, we'd have to decide what's the best contact there. I mean,
If we call the actual plan itself, all we get is a answering machine voice message, and 9 times out of 10, Mr. Simmons won't respond. There's no follow-up on that.
probably the Board of Health would be the best bet. I mean, I would say the treatment plant, because they're
That's the ones who figured
the
you would
first ones,
contact.
they should know about it.
He's actually come down to the neighborhood with the Board of Health director, and he was basically blaming the neighbors for septic systems and not taking any responsibility for what's going on over there.
What street is it?
Linwood Avenue,
Oh,
it abuts the
Linwood Ave
treatment
area,
plant.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, could I suggest that perhaps we could have, with Mr. Sanjanet's permission, maybe your administrative assistant could be the contact? Only because I was going to say we could have our office, but you have the authority over everyone that is involved with this, and once there's, several people that call or something that, because the Board of Health, even though they have a part in it, they can't go and instruct,
Right.
another department head or something like that, so, I don't know.
I think having them call my office, the town administrator's office, is an excellent idea. The only concern I have, if it's a weekend issue,
Yeah, it could happen at night.
where there would be no one in my office to take the call to get someone out there to check or to correct it or contact, or if I was diligent enough to check my voicemails on a regular basis over the weekend, I may not check it. You may call at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I might check until late in the day, and then and that's an issue you're going to have with any department you call,
Right.
even the Board of Health.
Because it could happen on a Saturday night or a Sunday night. I mean, one morning was so bad that my daughter's friend was gagging from just being outside.
For the bus stop.
And there was at least 20 calls, complaints about that one incident. This was probably about 4 or 5 months ago. And nothing was done about it. The Board of Health guy did come down and talk to us, but
After how many years?
And basically was saying that it could be someone's septic tank, and then Mr. Simmons said the wind was blowing from the west, not the east, and he just had a number of excuses, not accepting any responsibility for what
And that-
goes on.
And that's when I stepped up and went around and
Actually,
started knocking on people's
You have like
doors.
50 signatures of neighbors that, have smelled the odor, and it's, it is
Certainly, if it
overwhelming.
happens, I'm sorry, I apologize. Certainly, if it happens during normal business hours and you call my office, I would make an attempt to go down
When
with the health inspector.
in the when we first moved in, we were told, well, when you call, they're logging it in. They're logging it in. Well, if they're logging it in, how can I tell? I can't even see these papers.
Mr.
I'd like to
Simmons
know.
just seems to kind of laugh it off that it's basically not a problem.
The lady that lived on Angel Cove Lane, which is right smack in the center. This is all the sewer treatment plant. Right smack in the center. Used to go to town hall with a gas mask. A gas mask. That's how bad the smell is, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed since the day that's been put in. And people don't know
Are we talking about the upgrade to the plant or the plant?
the plant.
Since the plant
itself.
was put in the 1970s?
Yeah.
No, the upgrade, I think.
No. This lady's been there from day one. Matter of fact, when I did that, I've gotten people that have been there since before that's even been there, that the smell. So the upgrading, no. Matter of fact, I've been logging them. I should have did this from the day one, but I didn't. The last toxic, unbearable smell was on election night, when everybody should have been watching TV, but we had to let the dogs out. And you cannot. This is so bad that you can't open your windows.
Yeah, there's been issues in the summer where you can't even open your window without having the fumes actually envelop the home.
We argued all summer long because he would open them and I'd close them, because when that smells, I'm the one that's going to go run around the house and shut them. Otherwise, it's engulfed. And out of those 50 people, I just want you to know that if you look at the map, some people smell it more than others. Some don't smell it as high intense as we do. The people that are closer to the water, they smell it and it engulfs their house. To the point you can't breathe this in. Where different sections, depending on the location of the house and what's in front of it or in back of it, if they got a lot of cluster of trees, they don't smell it as much.
How about the tides?
One lady did mention that, and she was further back, and she was off of Sandwich Road. So she didn't want to sign the paper because of that issue. But we don't know about the tides.
There's a
When it gets
neighbor
good.
that
We're not sitting on the water.
There's a neighbor that can't turn on his external AC unit because the smell will actually be filtered from outside into his home during the summer. It gets that bad. It's no way to, raise a family or have kids, playing outside.
Well, it's definitely something that
I'm embarrassed to have a cookout. I'm afraid that it might smell, and my friends and relatives might get
It's definitely something we can look into to see
It's
what
definitely
what the source is.
Right.
I just
At
want to
least
make
some
sure that we
accountability
can
for
Well,
we
there's-
can
there's
nail
a-
down what the source is.
there's a lot of health issues that people don't really know about. And there's a lot of people that are in that area that have been there for
Right.
25 years plus. A lot of thyroid issues, miscarriages. I'm the first one with cancer so far. The previous people that lived before me died of cancer. I would probably be able to prove that tonight, but a lot of people, once they get wind of the smell, they move. So it's harder to give you some kind of proof on that. I can prove to you tonight. That's my ferret. She died of brain cancer. She used to play in the sand in the backyard. Bandit died of brain cancer. And that's the proof. Daisy